to touch on the second thing we mentioned, which is an investing journal. And I think that most people probably have, some concept of a watch list. There's certain companies that they're looking for out there. But you just mentioned it's really important, unless you've got a photographic or audiographic memory, to start writing these things down that you see out there so that you can reference later. How do you approach an investing journal?
Yeah, a journal is something that I heard, an idea that I borrowed from many other investors that I super respect. And when I first heard it, I thought, boy, that's going to slow me down. I don't really like writing. I don't really like going slow. But I've come to really respect the power of keeping an investing journal. So my process now is whenever I'm about to buy a stock, I force myself to go into my investing journal, write down the date, write down the company, write down the current valuation, and write down my current thinking of the company. Why, given all the stocks out there, am I interested in that particular company? What am I bullish about? What am I bearish about? What concerns do I have, and what would cause me to reevaluate my thesis? That's going to sound like a whole cumbersome process, but I believe that doing so forces you to slow down, forces you to really think things through, and most importantly, gives you a reference point in the future to look back on where your thinking went awry. We all have bought in stinker stocks. I've certainly bought plenty of them, and I've learned the best lessons by losing money. I buy a company that I think is essentially bulletproof, and the market laughs, and the market says otherwise, and I lose a bunch of money. By having a journal, I can go back in time and see why I was so enthusiastic about that company, what assumptions I made, what I got wrong, and then I can inform my future purchase decisions and make changes to my process to make myself a better investor. So I would really recommend to everybody that takes investing seriously, just start a journal. You will learn so much about yourself.
And it holds you accountable for your previous decisions, something that you can refine that process over time.
Yes, exactly. And that's the whole point. If it's okay to make mistakes in the market, and even the best investors still make tons of mistakes. But if you have a journal, you can go back, examine your own thinking style and say, here's the mistake that I made. How can I make sure I don't make that mistake again? So if you don't have a way to document that, record it, and see what you're actually thinking at the time, you are very likely to keep making the same mistakes over and over again.